morning.
What's that?
We're live.
Oh,
It's okay. We were just doing some studying.
sorry about that.
It's okay.
Welcome to the 2025 rendition of the Elks National Hoop Shoot Contest. My name is Bart Powell. I'm here with Gabby Gaskins. Gabby was a two-time participant in the national finals in 2017 and 2018.
Yes,
In
sir.
2018, she was runner-up. She got to take a big piece of hardware home. I'm sure she was happy about that. What we're covering today is the 8 and 9-year-old girls division, and we'll show you every shooter. They'll shoot twice. First time they go through, they will have at least they can choose whether they have any practice shots or not. They can take up to 5 shots. They will then shoot 10 for score. Then they will sit down and come back and shoot 15 for score. So contest, the kids are taking their warm-up shots right now. Gabby, when you were in this position, what were you thinking at this time?
I mean, all I remember was my hands having cold sweat on them. I was just going, patting my shorts, things like that. But I was zoned out. It was me, the basketball, the hoop. I didn't see anyone on the court. I didn't see any line judges. It was just, like I said, it was just me, the ball, and the basket. So I was very nervous, but try to shoot as much as possible, get more comfortable within the court, and it was really cold. It was really, really cold
Sure.
for us, though, so
Sure.
definitely.
Did you eat breakfast that morning?
Yes, I think I did. I think I ate a lot of fruit. I love fruit, but I was trying because, like, my nerves were getting to me, especially the first time. I don't think my first year, my 2017, was in here. I think we played at DePaul University.
Right.
But, like, my nerves, like, I thought I was gonna throw up. I was like, I could feel it in my stomach, and I was just like, just trying to breathe and, like, calm myself down. And yeah, I was definitely in my head. But the second time around, I was like, okay, I've been here,
Sure.
done that.
Sure. Been
So
through the routine before. So
yeah,
did you have a routine? Did you do
I
exactly
did.
the same thing every time?
Yeah, I've learned what I like. So I usually spin the ball on my hands. I just touching the ball just kind of calms you down though too. So definitely spun the ball. Did a couple dribbles, my 2 dribbles, my spin. I was telling some parents, some players too. I see them spin the ball, so I was like, maybe I'm a little biased, but
Sure.
if you spin the ball, I think you have a pretty good shot. So
Right.
yeah, don't ever change your shot though either, because you made it this far doing the same thing. I had a parent tell me like, oh, we don't know like if she should be jumping or not. I'm like, whatever floats your boat, do not change it, because I think my first nationals I did change it. I like took 3 dribbles. I only took 3 warm-up shots. I took 5. It was just, I guess I was just changing it. So don't change. If it's something's
Sure.
working for you, keep it working.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, we've got some stats on former contests. Obviously, this is the 53rd rendition of this national contest, and in the Chicago era, in this division, it's taken 22 or better to win. The last 4 years, it's taken 24 or better, and the average final score of this group is 18.6. So, you miss a shot, you still got a chance to win a national championship in this division. We've got some legacy lines, some storylines. The third shooter, Braylon Nickerson, has hoop shoot in her blood. Her mom, Talma, is a 4-time national finalist who made 3 straight appearances, and her best finish was second in 2000. So she's got some good blood there. Her aunt is a 2-time national finalist. The 6th shooter, Carolina Mebius, had scored 24 at the regional, and she's also one of 2 siblings competing in the finals this year. Her brother Chase will compete in the 12 and 13 boys for the boys title. And the 11th shooter, Kerrigan Price, she also dropped in 23 at the state and the regional level. So did you have a score in mind? Was it 25? When you missed the first shot, did you freak out?
It was definitely 25 out of 25. I shot a lot. I've practiced a lot, so like shooting 100 free throws like every day. But honestly, I had a very good like my dad would help me a lot practice, and a miss is a miss.
Sure.
Like it's just a miss, and I really he would encourage me. He's like, so you missed, okay? Like just keep shooting. Like you're not. It's not end all be all. So I just, especially taking it with a grain of salt. Like okay, you miss. You're not gonna miss the next one. Like it's okay. So I did have like no less than 20. I was like I do not want to miss more than 5. No one wants to miss, but I think 23. I finished with 23 out of 25, and then did a shootout.
Uh-huh.
So I said if a shootout was very impressive too. So if you can do a shootout, kudos to you. But
Sure.
yeah, definitely had a perfect score in mind. But I saw that miss, and I was like, it's okay. Sometimes you just need to get it off your chest. To be honest,
Sure.
like you just, I don't know, just get the nerves out. And you're like, okay, I missed one. Back at it. But yeah.
Right. Well, it looks like we're getting ready to get started. They're going to run these kids in and introduce each one of them. Dennis Sabo is our arena announcer. He'll tell you the name, where they're from, and their shooting order. I thought they were getting ready to get started there, but we've got a couple more minutes, it looks like. So what's the toughest shot? The first shot?
No, I really don't think the first shot is. I was telling my backboard members, I said the first shot of your 15, I think that's the toughest shot.
That's the shot.
That's the shot because you don't have your practice. You don't have your practice ones. You saw everyone go. You already went. You went up to the line. And, you went to go sit back down and get up, and you got to wait and be patient. So I think that the first 15, the first shot of your 15 is probably the hardest.
So shot number 11.
Yes.
That's without question.
Yes.
That's statistically, that is the most missed shot in the national finals. Did you watch your competitors shoot?
I did. I just kind of I met like a lot of friends, and I get to see them on the backboard too, so I just wanted to be supportive too. But at the end of the day, I really love winning. But I wasn't, like I said, it was just me. Like I wasn't worried about anyone else. I was just, worried about me, worried about what can I do, am I nervous, how am I feeling, and look to mom and dad for a little bit, like some support, be like, you got this. And my brothers came with me too, so I would see their faces, and they were checking their like little stats too. But yeah, I was definitely just like I said, the second time is just like alone, like me, the basketball, and the hoop. Just really wasn't worried about anyone else. So
Sure.
I didn't even know I went into shoot off my second one. I
Right.
didn't know, like I wasn't counting because I was just like, I did pretty good, I think. And so they told me I was in the shoot off, and I was like, okay, like cool. So
Right.
yeah.
Right. There's not too many rules other than you have 10 seconds to shoot, and you cannot cross that line, or you cannot put your foot on the line. Let's go to the arena announcer, Dennis Sabo, with the announcement of all the players.
When the shot does not count due to a violation, referees will indicate no score by this signal.
I had no idea.
For a complete list of contest officials, turn to page 10 of your contest scoring book.
Okay.
And now, Dennis, back to you.
Thank you, Russell. At this time, if you are able, we ask that you please stand
Yeah.
as we bring in the colors of our great nation,
2 years ago, it was
Stars
really
and
rough.
Stripes,
It was rough last year.
by the Air Force Academy High
So you
School
do this kind
Color
of stuff.
Guard.
You like to do this kind of
I
stuff.
like, that's what I said. I said I would love to do like a contract NDA law for like a sports team.
Uh-huh.
Anything like that. I love, like I said, contracts and things like that. But I've like fallen in love with this, so I thought about like being newscasting and all that.
Sure.
Left turn. Voice. Color guard. Halt. Present. On.
And now we turn the microphone over to Miss Katrina Giannoni, who will sing our national anthem.
say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight with the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glow, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. We say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave where the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Right turn. March.
Katrina Giannoni and the Air Force Academy High School Color Guard, we thank you very much. And now it's time to meet your 8, 9-year-old 2025 Hoop Shoot National Finalists. We begin with the 8, 9-year-old girls. First up, from Hagerstown, Maryland, Lodge number 378, make some noise for Cameron Fleming. Representing Blackfoot, Idaho, Lodge number 1416, put your hands together for Kendley Christensen. Hailing from Silver City, New Mexico, representing Lodge 413, Braylon Nickerson. Representing Bluffton, Indiana, Lodge number 796, put your hands together for Miss Summer Hamilton. From Show Low, Arizona, number 2090, Wrigley Solomon. Representing Brookings, South Dakota, number 1490, give it up for Carolina Mebius. Hailing from York, Nebraska, representing Lodge number 1024, Kobe Kern. From Portsmouth, New Hampshire, number 97, give it up for Poppy Baskin-Cowan. Representing Benton County, Missouri, number 2783, McKinley Parks. From Madison, Wisconsin, representing Lodge number 410, give it up for Isla Gress. From Columbia, Middletown, Pennsylvania, Lodge number 1074, put your hands together for Kerrigan Price. And last but not least for the girls, from Dalton, Georgia, number 1267, give it up for Griffin Reed. In our shooting order for the boys 8-9, beginning with from Arlington, Texas, Lodge number 2114, it's Connor Shingleton. Representing Kellogg, Idaho, number 1841, Bridger Heinen. From Savannah Park, Maryland, number 2482, give it up for Jack Burke. Representing Ray, Colorado, number 2409, Bo Cure. Mankato, Minnesota, Lodge number 225, representative, Mr. Cam Ho. From Cedar Grove, New Jersey, number 2237, make some noise for Dylan Bogdansky. Representing Mineral Area Community, Missouri, number 2583, Chase Rawson. Hailing from Alexandria, Indiana, number 478, make some noise for Mr. Nolan Carroll. From Coleman, Alabama, number 1609, put your hands together for Paxton Plord. Representing Brunswick, Maine, number 2043, Jerry Dauphiny. From Clovis, California, number 2599, put your hands together for Bryson Powell. And from Missoula, Hellgate, Montana, number 383, Braxton Pickering. All right, fans, here we go. Please close the doors. Hold your applause till after the contest. Good luck to our shooters. The contest may now officially begin.
Okay, here we go. Our first shooter is Cameron Fleming from Hagerstown, Maryland. You're going to see the official give the contestant the ball, and the contestant's going to come up and say how many practice shots she wants. You'll see the number given by the head official, and they'll let the scorekeepers know just exactly how many shots she wants to take as practice, and then the final 10 shots will be for score. Also remember that when they are shooting for score, the people that are on the floor keeping the score sheets are the official scorekeepers. Okay, here's our first shot.
Cool. Pretty fast. I say like the 8-9-year-olds are usually a little slower, take their time, but she is on it.
She had a little bobble there, took a step off the line, got herself reset. Sometimes it gets in their heads a little bit, that first miss. Once again, the average score to win this competition, the average is 22, so she's just got to reset and get rolling again.
Yeah, I think I remember taking a step back and just, like I said, I had cold sweat on my hands. So it was just like, oh, I need to stop sweating. But yeah, definitely take a step back, gathering your thoughts, and, go at it. Just try it.
Okay, I believe she hit 7 of 10. Our next shooter is Kenley Christensen from Blackfoot, Idaho.
Yeah, she came in with a 20 out of 25 from regional, so.
All right, here we go for score. Good way to bounce back.
Yeah. I've always liked taking 2 dribbles. I think that was just my routine, so lots of dribbles. I saw from the practice gym as well.
Our third shooter is Braylon Nickerson from Silver City, New Mexico. Looks like she's going to take 5 warm-up shots.
Summer had a smile on her face every time I saw her at the practice gym, at trivia night. She was just always smiling. So now we got everyone's game face on.
Okay, here we go for score. Looks pretty confident.
And her lucky charm is her pink shoes. And no, my bad. I think that's our next contestant.
Yeah, she's got it going. Just nerves, so they can set in really fast. And she's got the ship righted, that's for sure. Our fourth shooter is Summer Hamilton from Bluffton, Indiana, sponsored by Lodge number 796. Looks like she only wanted 2 practice shots, so here we go.
Yeah, I'm back from earlier. Her lucky charm is her pink shoes and a braid in her hair.
Did you have a lucky charm?
I don't think so. I think I would just say like my parents. Everyone supported me for my district and my regional directors, all that stuff. So I think just seeing them was very like reassuring for me. So.
There she got the shooter's roll. Our fifth shooter is Wrigley Solomon from Sholo, Arizona. And it looks like she's taking 5 warm-up shots.
She was adorable. She is adorable. I saw her in the practice gym. She had these little pigtails in. She was absolutely adorable.
She's using a lot of energy to get it up there, that's for sure.
For sure. You see the little spin on the ball. I did something similar to that, so I love me a good spin in my routine.
Okay, here we go for score for Wrigley. Okay, our sixth contestant is Carolina Mebius from Brookings, South Dakota, sponsored by Lodge number 1490. Carolina just took 2 practice shots. These 8 and 9-year-olds, I've noticed they've got the Air Jordan gear on.
Yes, they do. Very from head to toe.
Yeah.
Also, like I said earlier, they're going pretty fast with it.
Very
I'm
fast.
very quick with it. I'm used to waiting a couple seconds with the 8 and 9-year-olds, but the girls are getting at it. So
Looks like she's got a good rhythm going to start. Doesn't look too nervous.
pretty focused, yes. I believe her older brothers had also previously competed, Connor and Chase, so
Mhm.
maybe she learned from them too as well.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, her brother's taken home some hardware before, so
Yeah.
she's been in this venue and seen what happens and saw what's going on, and Carolina put up a score of 9, so she's the leader on the court right now. So our 7th shooter is Kobe Kern from York, Nebraska, sponsored by Lodge number 1024.
She's pretty consistent coming in from Lodge, District, and State, shooting 22 out of 25.
And she's shooting for live score, and the official gives her the ball, and she puts it up there. No dribble, just lets it go. Yeah, she looks like she's getting into a good rhythm.
Fun fact, she doesn't have like a charm, but she likes to wear her socks backwards. I think that's really unique. So
That wouldn't go over well with me. I couldn't do that.
yeah.
Yeah. There she goes. She finished pretty strong. Our 8th contestant is Poppy Baskin Cowan. She's from Portsmouth, New Hampshire, sponsored by Lodge number 97. Looks like she's got a Michigan State shirt on. What's the Spartans? Spartans on a pink shirt.
Lots of pink on the court today. Love seeing it.
All right, here we go for live score. Got the shooter's roll.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's all for Poppy. Our 9th shooter is McKinley Parks from Benton County, Missouri, sponsored by Lodge number 2783. Okay, here we go for live score. Our head official today on this end of the court is Terry McMichael. Terry's from Kentucky. He's a big Kentucky fan for some reason. Terry's been involved with the program for a lot of years. He's a regional director. The two people rebounding are former shooters. They're called our backboard. Keep all these kids in our program as long as they want to be. Makes our program better.
Yeah, I believe it's Sophie Nicole. Nicole just won a championship with their college this past season, so congrats to her.
Yeah. Our 10th shooter is Isla Gress. Isla's from Madison, Wisconsin, and sponsored by Lodge number 410. Looks like she's going to take 5 practice shots.
We see a nice deep breath right there.
She is.
Yeah. She's taking her time.
She
yeah,
is.
she's really taking her time.
Got a nice follow through.
She got tunnel vision. You can see her in her eyes.
Mm-hmm.
She was in a shoot-off at District. She made 4 for 5.
Well, she just went 5 for 5 in practice shots. Now here we go live. She's hitting a lot of that net.
Yeah, the swoosh is a beautiful sound to hear.
Did you count the shots when you were shooting, or you just shot till you were finished?
No, I shot just a sense of awareness so I can just really just stay focused, because if I I didn't like do that, I think I would have just got, you know, lost in a daydream. But yeah, definitely counted all my shots for the most part.
Yeah, got a great rhythm going, great follow through. Same routine every time.
Yeah, and every competition she's just improving. Shooting 16 at the lodge, 17 at district, and then state she was 20, and at regional was 22. So
Well, I believe she just made 10, so she's the leader on the board. Carolina Mebius is in second with 9 shots. Our 11th shooter is Kerrigan Price. Kerrigan's from Columbia, Middleton, Pennsylvania. Sponsored by Lodge number 1074.
she was shooting 23 at both state and regional. So
Okay. Good start.
and Mom and Uncle Mike have competed in the past, so she also has some history here.
Sure.
Let me see that spin again.
The 8
Yeah.
and 9-year-old line is set at 11 feet, and Kerrigan is back there at about almost 13 feet. So as long as you're behind that line, it doesn't matter where you shoot.
Yeah. Pretty good roll.
There we go. That's the kind you gotta have to win a national championship right there.
Yeah, for sure.
And that one as well.
I think she went 10 for 10 as well.
Kerrigan went 10 for 10, so we've had 2 10 for 10s in a row. 2 10s and a 9.
I feel like that always happens. It's always the, you know, right next to each other.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Our 12th and final shooter is Griffin Reed. She's from Dalton, Georgia, and sponsored by Lodge number 1267.
Her best finish was at state with 21. She came in with 19 from regional, so.
Yeah, she's got the ability to do this. She's got the shooter roll going into practice. So here we go with her live 10 shots.
Yeah, the backboard members, we were just talking how we were nervous letting the ball drop, but there's really not much you can do.
No. You're really trying to catch it when it comes through the hole to get it back to the official and get it back to the shooter as quick as possible so they can stay in that rhythm that they're in.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember. I think my first year, I think we had some Elk members help us rebound. I don't think that was backboard yet.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right, here we go into the second round. Once again, there are no practice shots. The 11th shot is for score, the most difficult shot in the contest to hit. This is Cameron Fleming from Hagerstown, Maryland. Elks hit their first 3, so she's got a good run going.
Like I said, nerves are going. I feel like everyone, for the most part, you miss one, get the nerves out of the way. So. I think that's the true definition of grit, though, too. You keep trying, you don't give up, you finish strong, and you did the best you can, and that's what we came here for, do the best you can. So. I wonder if they're cold. I was cold down there. I brought my jacket. I think that helped you. Like, you got warmed up, then you're sitting down. I was like, I'm freezing down here.
Sure. Cameron's having a pretty good second round here.
Yeah, just recouping, getting back in that headspace. Like I said, you always want to finish strong, so you did the best you can and put your best foot forward. It's a nice little high five. I loved the sportsmanship
Sure.
I've been seeing.
Absolutely. This is Kenley Christensen. Got that first one to fall. This is really going fast.
Yes, I was very surprised. Like I said, it's pretty swift this morning.
They might beat the boys done by a couple minutes. They're in basketball mode. They touch it and they let it fly.
Yeah.
Good follow through there. Love it when it tinks the back of that
Yes.
rim. Love that sound.
There was a one of the baskets at the practice gym, and you keep hearing it. It was beautiful.
Uh-huh. She's got a lot of shooter rolls going.
Yeah, you never know. That's why I say you always finish strong, because you may not think you did good in the first round, but you always have a second round of shots, so anything goes.
And they do give out hardware through third place, so if you can't take the big piece of hardware home, you know, taking a piece of hardware home is special.
Yeah, that thing is heavy. I remember I was on the plane, they're like, do you want to put it? I said, nope, you are not taking this away from me. I'm holding it.
Sure.
I think I fell asleep holding it.
This is Braylon Nickerson from Silver City, New Mexico.
Yeah, I think the girls are moving pretty quickly.
You can just tell how the nerves set in that first round. These first 3 shooters in the second round have started to find their niche and slowed the pace of their heart rates down substantially.
Yeah, as I said, that first round was really quick. Braylon's got it going. She got a Steph Curry shirt on.
She got that Curry shirt going.
Yeah,
Yep.
so
I don't blame her.
I saw some Caitlin Clark jerseys earlier this weekend, so love seeing those.
Mm-hmm. You know, sometimes missing a couple shots will relax you.
Definitely, yeah, that's what I said. I'm just like, kind of like not need it, but it's kind of just like
Yep.
a nice little breather.
Yep. No. Very nice way to finish for Braylon.
Yeah,
Yep. Good score.
it shows like you can recruit. Yeah, like just get yourself together and go back out there.
There's Summer Hamilton from Bluffton, Indiana. She's got a little roll going.
Lots of siblings this weekend, lots of families, so yeah, love seeing all the families together.
This year we have 17 former contestants.
Wow.
That's a big number.
Yeah, that is a lot.
Yeah. I think there's 5 in the 12 and 13 boys division. So
I do remember seeing some familiar faces, so yeah. Not a surprise. Been there, done that, so not
Sure.
a surprise.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Exactly. Yeah. No, I'm sure all these 8, 9-year-olds, their dreams to get back here and do it all over again. Summer's got it rolling now, hitting the bottom of the net. Yep. Summer ended with a nice number. Next shooter's Wrigley Solomon from Sholo, Arizona. She got that shooter's roll in the first shot. Now maybe she can get it rolling.
Yeah.
You see those 3 scores that are surrounding them. The scores are Brenda Shaw from Utah, Angie McMichael from Kentucky. She's one of those Kentucky fans again. And Kristen Rumler. Kristen's from Florida. Her husband Jeff was a new regional director from Florida this year. So
I have a couple of Florida contestants too. Florida's loaded, I believe.
our rebounders are Nicole Kamen from Michigan and Sophie Phillips from New York. Once again, they're backboard members.
Yeah, I believe me and Sophie competed in 2017 together. And then our previous backboard member, Miss Faith, we also all competed together too. So nice seeing them around.
Wrigley's got it going now.
Yeah. You can see her ease up. A lot of the contestants ease up the second round.
Sure. And the ball's just hitting the bottom of the
Yeah.
net. Yeah. All right, here we go with Carolina Mebius. Carolina had 9 fall for her first attempt. that dreaded 11th shot. Still got a chance. You just got to get it going.
Yeah, she looked pretty on face too, and just, miss is a miss and keep going. And she got her ball whirling. Yeah.
Got the friendly bounce.
Got a couple swishes going.
Oh, there we go. That's the kind you need.
That was always very nerve-wracking too.
Ends on a good note. Carolina has a score of 23. She missed that first 11th shot. So she's in the lead. This is Kobe Kern from York, Nebraska. Looks like she's supporting her local school, York something, York Dukes.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of the competitors' favorite teams are local teams, so we love local support. Yeah, I'm from San Antonio, so I think I put Spurs. I had to put the Spurs, San Antonio Spurs. Yeah. You can see her slowing down too, just taking her time with it as well.
Hitting the bottom of the net now. At this age, they all have such different form.
Yeah, I was about to say that everyone has their own little. It's such a not awkward position though too, but a lot of these 8 and 9-year-olds are pretty tall too, so try not to jump over the line is probably something they had to get over in practice.
Kobe's got a good run going. Good way to finish. Next shooter's Poppy Baskin-Cowan from Portsmouth, New Hampshire. She looks determined. Oh.
Got a good roll going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, every one of these shooters have finished with a flourish.
Yeah.
Obviously, you got to be a good shooter to get here.
Yeah, of course.
It's just the moment that you're in.
Mhm.
You've got to. There she goes. She shook it off.
Yeah.
Good for her. Hope she drains this one. That's
There you
away.
go.
Very nice, Bobby.
And get back in it. Yeah, we just tell the kids too, you made it this far. It's such a big accomplishment to go to nationals at any level. So you made it here, and we love that for you. We're here to support you, and the journey doesn't stop here. So, yeah.
And you make friends for life.
Yes, we were just telling about that. We were like, what if we come back? I just turned 21 about a week and a half ago, so I'm thinking about becoming a member, and I've helped at my district, and regional competitions. So we were just telling everyone, like, let's be members, go in convention, already talking about convention. So I love my backboard members, love everyone I've, encountered here. So lifetime, friendships for
You bet.
sure.
You bet. This is McKinley Parks.
She's wearing her hoop shoe gear, hoop shoe from head to toe.
Mm-hmm. You can see Braylon behind the shooter there. She's got her sweatshirt. She's got that cold going too.
Mhm. I'm telling you, I was like freezing, like on and off. Even now, I'm just like, it's cold. Hey, but it's better than a hot gym. I've been in hot gyms, and that's not fun. So I'll take the cold over hot any day.
All right, here we go. Game on.
Yep.
Isla Gress, 10 out of 10 first round. Let's see if she can get 15. Got the shooter roll on the first one. That's a good
Mhm.
sign.
Honestly, yeah, that first shot of the 15, your 11 shot, once you got that going, you're good. Like I said earlier, tunnel vision. That's all you see in her
Mhm.
eyes is tunnel vision.
Yes, it
So
is.
a nice deep breaths every time she's shooting. So definitely great routine.
Oh. All right, let's see if she can reset. And she does.
Nice little switch to follow after that.
After the miss, she's come back and hit the bottom of the net 3 in a row, so. Seems like she's dialed back in.
Mhm.
Isla. Isla's the leader in the clubhouse with a 24. And here, once again, game on, Kerrigan Price, 10 out of 10 first round. She can become a national champion with a perfect score. Once again, we are not official.
Yeah, this is, yeah. We'll get an official once both sides of the competition have finished, so. Nice swishes going.
Mm-hmm. Oh. You could see in her face, she
Yeah,
knew she missed that shot.
She was praying for that one though too, leaning left, leaning
She had the
right.
shooter lean going, didn't she?
Yes. Hey, but she recouped herself. Nice little roll right now. Maybe shoot off, hopefully. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, she's got to hit the rest of her shots to get to that champion shoot off. This is a big one.
And
All
yeah.
right. Missed that one shot and recouped it. And right now we have Kerrigan Price at 24, Isla Gress at 24, and Carolina Mebius at 23. Our final shooter is Griffin Reed from Dalton, Georgia.
Yeah, I don't think I was never first or last shooter, so I think like I was always in the middle, like on the very beginning and on the very last, so.
Did you want to shoot first?
I think so, because I think I could have just set the tone for myself and then the whole thing kind of hold your breath afterwards. But honestly, like I said, I just really learned my second time around that it's just me, the hoop, and the basket, so, and the ball, so.
You got 11 other competitors out there, but that doesn't matter, does it?
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. You are here for you and you only, and this is honestly a competition with yourself. You know, how well can you finish? How well can you shoot? Because, like I said, you made it this far, so. And like I said, we see a lot of improvement or a lot of consistency from the contestants, so. The best of the best.
The best of the best.
Mm-hmm.
Griffin finishing up here. Once again, starting to knock down some shots.
We're very, very quick this morning with the A9 girls. Probably one of the quickest I've ever sat through. Also, we did start a little later this year, so maybe they got to sleep in a little bit.
Right.
Maybe they're ready. Maybe they're excited. So
Right.
yeah.
So that's the end of our regulation competition. They will walk around and collect the three scorers' score sheets, make sure that everybody's on the same page, and then if there's a tie, which we think there is, they will come out for a shoot-off. Right now we have Isla Gress at 24, Kerrigan Price at 24, and Carolina Hebius at 23. So it looks like Carolina has established third place, and Isla and Kerrigan will have a shoot-off. And if we do have a shoot-off, they will shoot 5 shots right away for score. There are no practice shots. The first person will come out and shoot 5 shots. The next person will come out and shoot 5 shots. and if there was a tie, they'll repeat the process. This process has gone on to 75 extra shots.
Wow.
A guy by the name of Zub Alfred, can't remember the year, but he ended up hitting 98 out of 100 shots and
Wow.
won. So
Yeah, I think I did from practice. I hit like 100 shots. I said I'm not leaving here until I make
That's-
all 100.
right,
So yeah.
right. Well, good for you. That's tough. That's really tough to do. Really tough to do.
Dang. Just to keep going, just so you like the anxiousness of it all.
If there is a shoot-off, they will keep the same shooting order. So Isla shot in front of Kerrigan, so Isla would be the first shooter.
Yeah, I think I only did one shoot off my last year.
So you were in a shoot-off, obviously.
Yes.
Did you know it?
No, I generally, like I said, I think I was just counting my makes and my shots, and then they're like, a shoot off, and I was like, a shoot off, like, and so I was like, okay, and I said, I come too far to losing the shoot off, which both shooters in the shoot off are both as good, and so it's you win, both of you win at the end of the day, but it was really fun. But I wasn't really nervous. I was actually really excited for the shoot off. I was like, I want to keep shooting. So
You shot against two other competitors then?
yeah, I think it was just I shot 23 out of 25 to take second place, and then I don't know, I can't remember correctly, but I did do a 5 for 5 in my shoot off, and then the girl after me, she went 4 for 5 or 3 for 5. So
you shot first.
yes, I did.
Put-
I think I would want to shoot first in the shoot off.
Put
Yes.
the pressure on a little bit, huh?
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
So
All right, well, Isla was sitting there with her legs crossed. And she looked loose, and now she's getting...
we
Get
see some
warmed up.
smiles from the girls sitting down. So I guess everyone's at ease.
And the boys are still down there shooting. We knew that it was a fast contest at this end.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, maybe that extra couple, maybe an hour, I believe. A couple minutes of sleeping in, getting breakfast. A lot more relaxed, I believe.
Okay, Isla Gress is first. Obviously, that first shot's just like the 11th shot. No warm-ups and a little blemish there. Okay, Isla knocks down 4. So that means if Kerrigan goes 5 for 5, she will be your national champion.
Knocks down the first one.
There we go. Got the shooter's roll.
Another shoot off.
Another shoot off.
It's sometimes like that.
4 for 5 for each shooter. Now we go right back to Isla again.
Yeah, this is what competition's about, though.
She had that tunnel vision on
Yeah.
that shot, didn't she?
Still very focused, still very in it. I got 3, 4, 5 of that round.
Okay, back to Kerrigan. Kerrigan just needs a 4. I'm sure she's hoping for all 5, but a 4 will do it.
Swish on the first
Yep,
shot.
pretty confident on that shot.
Mhm.
Now she can't just hope it goes in.
Yeah.
She's got to make it go in. You know?
Yeah. Wishful thinking.
Going 2 shots for 1 to be our national champion. Oh, now she's got some pressure here.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Another shootout.
Another one.
Hey, it's gonna go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, let's hope it doesn't do that. Let's get the 5 on this
Yeah.
one. All right, the door opened up for Isla.
I'm nervous. My heart is like.
Practice routine right there.
We see the deep breath. We see
Mhm.
the same shot, same tunnel vision. So
You know, you can tell. I don't know how old. You know, I know they're 8 and 9, but you can tell that the pressure's getting to them just a little
Mhm.
bit.
Just a little antsy. Just a, like. Went 5 for 5, I
There we go.
believe. There
Yep.
you go.
There's your 5. You said 5, 4, 3.
Yeah.
Now she's put the pressure on.
Yeah.
See if Kerrigan can respond.
Sinks the first one. Well, she's taking her time with these two as well.
All right.
5 for 5 again.
Each shooter's 12 for 15 in the shoot-off. These kids shoot so many shots for practice, you know.
Yeah.
This isn't bothering them.
Yeah,
This-
5 for 5. This is I do in my sleep.
They're not getting tired.
Yeah, they're just like, this is what I practice. That's what I came here for. Well, it's also very fun to end up being a shoot-off. Especially if you know you've put the work and the dedication. It's really, really fun.
All right, regroup here.
I know.
And she did.
Good way to finish.
So here comes Kerrigan Price again. 5 for 5, and she's your national champion.
A big grin on her
She
face.
did.
Yeah,
She-
she's very excited.
I like that. I like that.
I think she's having fun with it as well. And 2 for 2 so far.
All right, here we go.
Last shot, I believe.
Is she gonna smile? She did a little bit.
Little grin.
Oh my gosh.
Another shoot off with a 4 out of 5 from both. Hey, we got all the time in the world. We'll
Yeah.
go on for hours.
We're getting our money's worth here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why they finished so quickly. They said we're gonna shoot it off. So
Right.
yeah. I'm sinking that first one.
Silk for 3 straight.
Mhm.
And I just jinxed her. All right.
Finishes on a swish. So
4 or 5. We've seen this routine twice now.
Yeah.
Isla hits them, or Kerrigan hits them all.
Yeah, that's what I say. I think going first and shoot off kind of sets the sets the tone.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, kind of automatically. I'm going 2 for 2 so far.
Not going to say anything here.
No, I'm holding my breath.
And there it is.
Everyone exhale and give them a round of applause.
Yes.
All right. That was a great shoot-off. Kerrigan had to make 21 of 25 to win the shoot-off. She went 45 for 50, actually, and wins the 2025 8 and 9-year-old girls national champion. Kerrigan is from Columbia, Pennsylvania. Her regional director, Steve Lucas, will present her with her medal. Give her a high five, I'm sure of that. He's pretty excited. He's already on the court.
Very impressive on
Yeah.
both of them. Very, very good.
Our second place winner is Isla Gress from Madison, Wisconsin, with a score of 24 out of 25 and 20 out of 25 in the shoot-off. And our third place winner is Carolina Mebius with 23 out of 25. She was from Brookings, South Dakota.
She was focused in the practice gym. I was rebounding her a couple times. That girl was really focused.
So now we're just waiting for the official results. All the officials will come and high-five the kids, and then we will have the medal presentation, and I'm assuming that we will turn it over to our arena announcer, Dennis Sabo, who will read you the official results. It looks like the boys are not having a shoot-off, so their first, second, and third place finishes. There's Steve right there. Well, a great contest.
Yes, that was
Yeah.
amazing. That was amazing to see.
Good to start the competition off with a overtime victory. So.
All right, we need the regional directors, following regional directors to the floor. Lynn Rutherford Snow, Steve Lucas, Jeff Rumler, John Morford, and Jeff Franklin, please to the floor.
Okay, so they'll present the third place.
Jeff,
medal,
we don't need you, sorry.
third place, second, and then.
I just wanted to announce his name over the loudspeaker.
That was very quick first round of competition. So
Isla and Kerrigan showing great sportsmanship. Isla's got some tears in her eyes, and why wouldn't she? Steve's doing the fist pump there.
yeah,
Yep, excited.
yeah. I was very pleased with myself for
Yeah,
second
Tony
place.
Bulgaris, we need to the floor.
So it was, you got some hardware, and these I only had about two years. I think I lost at regionals my first year, and then 2 years at the finals back to back. But these competitors have a while, so making it this far already.
All
at
right,
such
here
a
we
young
go
age.
for the girls. In third place in the girls division with a score of 23 out of 25 and representing Brookings, South Dakota, number 1490. Give it up for Carolina Mebius. Oh, you're good. Oh, yeah. We all just saw that epic battle for first place in this division. The runner-up, 24 out of 25, 4 of 5, 3 of 5, 5 of 5, 4 of 5, and 4 of 5 for a total of 20 out of 25 in the tiebreakers. Representing Madison, Wisconsin, give it up for Isla Gress. And going 24 out of 25, and 4 of 5, 3 of 5, 5 of 5, 4 of 5, and 5 of 5 for 21 out of 25 on the extra sessions. Give it up for your national champion from Columbia, Middletown, Pennsylvania, number 1074, Kerrigan Price, ladies and gentlemen.
Dad was in the practice gym with her, so I feel Dad's very, very proud right now.
Okay, in the boys division, our third place winner with a score of 23 out of 25, sponsored by Cedar Grove, New Jersey, number 225. Give it up for Dylan Bogdansky, ladies and gentlemen. Your national runner-up in the boys 8-9 with a score of 24 out of 25, and representing Kellogg, Idaho, number 1841. Make some noise for Bridger Hyen, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Sure. Right. Right.
I'll count you in. They're good to go.
Okay, we're
And your
back at
national
the
champion, the first
national
and only
championships,
perfect score of the
saw a
day
great
so
contest,
far.
Gabby. Yes,
25
that was
out of
beautiful.
25
Yeah.
representing
It's great.
Definitely
Pullman,
not worried.
Alabama,
Anxious.
1609. Make some noise.
Good to start off with the
Paxton
playoff,
Moore.
and it was a great playoff.
Very fast, like I said, very fast. But hey, we got the couple round of shoot off, so maybe we'll have more. We'll see.
Absolutely, absolutely. Once again, our 2025 8-9-year-old girl national champion, Kerrigan Price from Columbia, Middleton, Pennsylvania. For Gabby, I'm Bart, and we will be back at 11:55 with the 10 and 11-year-old contest. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Just yet to win one of our 3 amazing prizes.
Did you just power down my? Well,
I
that's
just
gonna
got
be
clipped.
black for a second.
Stream's still live though?
I mean, yes,
Sick.
because this is on battery and it's now pushing black.
Yeah, that's fine.
But
This is a good time to do it.
yeah.
If any.
Guys, these are Wintrust HDMIs, and they're to be returned, okay? Please don't pack them. Okay. Well, any other trip?
What do you want to show on the decimator? That's a great question. Extended display. And then I want to extend the display on here.
Oh, for program feed.
Yeah, because they weren't getting the graphics. Multi-view, full screen. Shouldn't it be? Oh, this thinks it's a built-in retina display, but it's not. Nope.
Nope. Hold on a second. Let me. Once this comes back.
Representing Raceway, Arizona, number 2852. Make some noise for Bianca Smith, ladies and gentlemen. Representing Salisbury, North Carolina, number 699, Marley Steele. Representing Grand Rapids, Michigan, number 48, make some noise for Logan Parkinson. From North Glen, Colorado, number 2438, Caroline Kuman. Representing Bismarck, Mandan, North Dakota, number 1199, put your hands together for Jalen Hines. Hailing from Quincy, Massachusetts, representing Lodge 943, Michaela Lawson. From Latrobe, Pennsylvania, number 907, give it up for Rhea McCombie. Representing Lakewood Ranch, Sarasota, Florida, number 2855, Miss Claire Bullock. And now for our boys in the shooting order, from Alexandria, Indiana, number 478, Deacon Carroll. From Anaconda, Montana, number 239, give it up for Trey Estes III. Midwest City, Oklahoma, number 1890 gives us Turner Ivan. From Greater Spokane, Washington, number 228, give it up for Weston Lau. From Boonville, New York, number 2158, Armante Beniquatro. Representing Waynesboro, Virginia, number 2270, Hudson Gale. From Golden Spike, Utah, number 719, Mr. Jackson Fuller. Hailing from Port Orange, Florida, number 2723, give it up for Finn Hinman. From Jacksonville, Illinois, number 682, Jacob Williams. From Fort Smith, Arkansas, number 341, give it up for Jaden Gilliard. And from Kearney, Nebraska, number 984, Cole Cavaney. And last but not least, from Houghton, Maine, number 835, Jackson Holdsworth. It is time to clear the floor, close the doors, and silence your cell phones. Good luck to all 24 contestants. The contest may begin.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jim O'Kelly. I'm with the champ, Jerica Moore. Jerica, not too long ago, 10 years ago, Western New England University in Springfield, Massachusetts, you were on the floor, about to take your warm-up shots.
I was. 10 years ago, almost to the day. I just turned 23, so I was 13 when I won.
We got a good competition here. We got 5 returning finalists, including 2/3 of last year's podium from girls 8-9 are back. Our first shooter, Presley Page, tied for first last year, lost to shoot off for second. She's had a year to think about that, back for a second chance.
It's actually crazy that 5 are back this year. You don't see that very often, and the fact that they're just as good as they were last year, if not better.
Yep. Well, here she goes. She made her first. Okay, she starts 2 out of 3 here. So that's John Morford is the line judge from Montana. When he slashes his hand like that, you know she's missed. If he goes down motion like that, that's a good shot. This is a good time to point out that we're going to be bringing you the score today. We're talking about what we think is happening. But the only scores that actually matter are those 3 people seated on in the arc there. Those are the official scores. they're the scores that matter. We think we're going to be correct with what we bring you, but there's always a chance we won't be. What are you seeing, Jerica?
She's not letting those 2 missed shots really get in her head. She's staying consistent.
Where did you like to shoot in the shooting order when you participated?
I like to be right in the middle. I like to have a few people ahead of me and a few people behind me. I like to keep score of everybody.
So you knew how they were shooting even if you didn't have a scorebook in your hand.
Yep, I kept track of my fingers and kept them in my head.
Now, this first round of 10 shots, the girls can take 1 to 5 practice shots. These are practice shots right now. Lucy Lathan was a national finalist in 2023. So right out of the gate, these first 2 girls, returning finalists, they've been in this gym before. They're not going to be fazed by the open background behind the net.
No, and that's one thing that people don't realize until they've shot on a floor like this, is that depth perception is a lot different than they're probably used to.
Right. Now, John's going to make eye contact with each of the scorers right now. These are good. Here we go. Didn't get a friendly bounce on that one.
Missing the first one is always a little stressful, but you just got to keep going.
You really can't let a miss phase you, right? You have to be able to bounce back.
You definitely can't, because you have to be able to keep going for your future shots.
Now, the rebounders are fellow members of the Backboard Advisory Committee. They're all former national finalists, your colleagues, right?
Yep, this is Nicole and Sophie's 2nd year with me.
Okay. Now, Sophie was a national champion in girls 12-13 in 2017, a couple years after you.
Yes.
Well, there she starting to learn the rim, it looks like.
She's getting that touch.
Yep. Lucy is representing Grants Pass, Oregon, Lodge number 1584. The founder of the hoop shoe was actually from Oregon, Frank Heiss, in 1946, who's walking around across the playground. Saw some kids playing basketball, and some of the smaller kids were on the sidelines there. So Frank was not a large man himself, stopped the action, lined him up for a free throw contest where everybody could compete from a level playing field.
It's actually a really cool fact to know.
Thus was born the Elks National Hoop Shoe. Became a national program 26 years later. How many warm-up shots did you like to take?
I took all 5.
Yeah,
I wanted all the warm-ups I could get.
I'm pretty sure I just saw her say 1.
I always find it interesting when I see 1 go up.
Yep. This is Gibson Barrett from Webb City, Missouri, Lodge number 861. Her favorite team is the Indiana Fever. A lot of kids' favorite team is the Indiana Fever these days.
It's definitely becoming a popular team.
Yep.
Rightfully so.
Yep. Oh. She's really looking to put some pressure on the other girls with those 3 straight makes, and then nice bounce back there for shot number 5.
Like we said, you just got to keep going.
So we have 12 finalists here from each of the 12 regions. There's going to be a long wait between rounds for you, right? It's not, most of these girls are coming from regionals with 3, 4. The largest has maybe 6. They're not accustomed to as long a wait. You shoot, and then you sit for a long time before you come up for that second set of 15, and there are no warm-ups for that set.
Yeah, you really have to take that into account when you're practicing for nationals once you find out you're going, because it's a lot longer sitting there cold than you would think so.
Yeah. Now, this is Jacinta Patel. She had the shortest commute of anybody here. She's from the Chicago suburbs, the northwest suburb of Des Plaines. Hometown hero, I like to call her. Kind of a funny story. They found out about the hoop shoot right in our backyard from Google. They Googled free throw contests, found the Elks hoop shoot, and here they are.
Kind of crazy you find it on Google when it's right in your
That's
hometown.
exactly right. We need to work on our promotion, I guess. Okay, here we go for sure. Jacinta Patel. Look at that. Friendly hometown bounce for Jacinta. So she's saying 24 out of 25 at the regional level.
24 is a really impressive.
You know, historically, it's taken a 22 or better to win this particular division. And she's done that recently, right?
But like I like to say, you never know what's going to happen on the day of nationals.
Absolutely, or who's gonna rise to the occasion.
That was a really good shot
Yep.
there.
And just all business too. She gets the ball, 2 quick dribbles, up it goes. The backboard members are getting a good job getting that ball back to the line judge, so John can get it in her hands and keep her in rhythm.
I like seeing kids already having a routine at their ages.
Look at that friendly bounce there for the hometown hero. 9 out of 10 to set the tone. Here comes Bianca Smith, who is also really good at regionals with a 23. Bianca is representing Raceway, Arizona Lodge, number 2852. Now the Arizona Elks have what they call the Junk Food Express. They take buses to the regional finals in Las Vegas, and they fill the kids full of sugar on the way out there, all the treats they want.
Guess you got to do that for kids going to
Yep.
Vegas.
Yep. Okay. John's made that eye contact. Here we go. Shooting for score. She's got Dennis Rodman on her shirt.
Very fitting, being
Yep.
in Chicago.
Yep. Oh. Now Dennis Rodman might have scooped that rebound up.
That's what he was known for.
Yep. And the first 4 shooters are all watching intently, right?
Yeah, it's always interesting to see whether they're watching or if they're facing the other way.
Yep. Sometimes they turn around and watch the action on the other side of the gym. The 10, 11 boys are shooting at the other end. Oh. So that's a technical signal right there. She must have crossed the line. And that maybe rattled her. See if she can bounce back here after those 2 misses. So that is John's role as the line judge, as he's watching the line. He's also making sure that she has 10 seconds to take her shot. So it could have been that count, although she seemed pretty quick to me. 7 out of 10, so she's still in this. We've got first 5 shooters, 8, 2, 7, 3 sevens, and a 9. Here we have Marley Steele from Salisbury, North Carolina, lodge number 699. Marley is learning to play the piano. You play any instruments, Jerica?
I do not.
Yeah.
I stuck to the basketball.
Right. I really like music, but I am not musically inclined.
Yeah, it looks like she's a little southpaw too.
Yep. Okay, she's shooting for score now. I thought she was going to get the bounce on that one. So Wintrust Arena is the home to the Chicago Sky, the WNBA, but also the DePaul Blue Demons. And they have 2 different floors for the gymnasium, depending on which team is playing. we're never sure which floor we're going to get. And the years we've been in this arena, since 2022, we've played on the Skies floor, we played on DePaul's floor, we got DePaul's floor this year.
I'm pretty sure we were on Sky's floor last year.
Yep. All right, she's drained one there. Let's see if she can get hot. So, Jerica, you participated in the hoop shoot all 6 years you were eligible, but finally broke through in that 6th year. That was your only trip to the finals.
It was.
And you made it count.
Yep. I said I was going to go out with a bang, and I sure did.
Sure did, right? And you won with a, was it 24 out of 25, 23 out of 25?
Yep, 24 out of 25.
Yep.
I got 9 out of 10, and then I made my last 15.
There you go. Shoot off, or was it clean?
It was clean.
Nice. What were your, now that back then the finals were in Springfield, Massachusetts, the birthplace of basketball. You have a favorite memory from that trip other than winning the contest?
So actually, fun fact, I was really sick when I came to Nationals. So I hung out in my hotel room a lot, but I really did enjoy the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that's neat.
We got to shoot on the floor down there with all the different basketball hoops.
Now, it's not too often that our rebounders have to work that hard to retrieve a ball.
No. Seeing them run after a ball doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, right. So obviously a nice thing about being in Springfield was the Hall of Fame, and we always had an event there, and we had the Elks Hoop Shoot display in the Hall of Fame. But now we will send our 6 national champions to Springfield to see their names in the Elks Hoop Shoot display. And the 2 overall winners, the Katie Powell Award winners, named for the first national director, will attend the enshrinement ceremony, the Hall of Fame's enshrinement ceremony, which is pretty cool.
That's actually really cool.
To
I've
walk the
always
red
said,
carpet, yeah.
I've always said I want to go back and see my name in there eventually.
Last year's winner got to talk with Simone Augustus, who was inducted into the Hall of Fame as a former Elks Hoop Shooter.
Oh, really?
Also, yeah. All right, here we go. Shooting for score, we got Logan Parkinson from Grand Rapids, Michigan, lodge number 48. That's a relatively easy commute as well. Grand Rapids is about 2 hours away. It's known as Beer City, and one day I intend to find out why.
I've actually heard that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, the scoreboard that you can see on the screen there, this is a new feature this year. And it's also on the Jumbotron in Wintrust, so all the fans there who are accustomed to having to keep score in their little books and know what's going on, they can still do that if they like, and we're doing it ourselves.
Yeah, it's actually really convenient because I was keeping score the first couple, and I looked up on the Jumbotron,
Yep.
and there it was.
Yep. It's really neat. A lot of good feedback. The 8, that's right in the mix. She's currently in second. Here comes Caroline Kuhlman, who is an 8-9 national finalist last year, the 3rd of the 3 who are returning from last year. Caroline's from your neck of the woods, Colorado,
She is.
right?
And I remember seeing her last year as well.
Yep. And you're a member of, is it Canyon City?
Canyon City, yes.
Canyon
Lodge
City?
610.
Good. All right, Caroline shooting for score here. Yeah, we mentioned the favorite teams earlier. She's wearing the Golden State Warriors. So many of these young kids today like the Golden State, or love the Golden State Warriors because of Steph Curry, but we're starting to see that shift to the Indiana Fever.
You are, actually. Yeah. Caitlin Clark really helped them out over there.
Yep. Actually, I mentioned that the Sky plays in this arena. But when the Fever come to town later this season, they're going to move to the United Center
Oh, really?
to handle the crowd. Yeah, the United Center is about twice as large. This is a big arena. It seats about 10,000, but the United Center seats about 20.
Yeah, the WNBA is definitely growing larger. It's cool to see.
We were recently took the kids on spring break, and it was during the tournament, one of the early rounds of the tournament, and wherever you went, there were the men's games on, but also the women's game. And people were equally interested in both, which is, that's Caitlin Clark did that.
She did do that for the, and now we have Paige Buchers too. So.
Yep. Yep. All right, Caroline finished strong at least, right? And that's a tough thing too with the contest. If you have a tough first round, you're sitting there for a long time, and you have to go back out for the second 15, and you're just shooting for pride at that point. But also the hoop shoot is now, and this is I believe new since you were participated, but we also now have the Kronk Team Award. So they're also competing for the regional award.
Oh, I actually didn't know about that.
So each of the 6 finalists from the region, their scores in regulation count toward determining the Cam and Linda Kronk Award.
Very cool.
All right, this is Jalen Hines from Bismarck-Mandan, North Dakota, Lodge number 1199. She finished in a tie for 3rd in girls 8-9 last year, and then won a 3-way shoot-off, hitting 4 of 5 to take 3rd place. I mentioned earlier that 2/3 of the podium were back. That was Presley Page and Jalen Hines.
And it's a big deal to be moving back to that actual free throw line.
Right. You shoot 4 feet closer at 8-9. Second shot wanted to go down, but it kicked back out. Yeah, John, just give her a moment to collect herself there.
Sometimes that's what they need.
Yep.
There we go. Got a nice little run there. She can bounce back and stay in the mix. We got Michaela Lawson coming up right now from the New England region, Quincy, Massachusetts Lodge, number 943. She hit 22 out of 25 at regionals. That was her best round of the tournament coming in. 22 is really good at regionals.
Now, the New England region is the largest of the 12 regions with 6 states. She's a little bit more used to a long wait than these other girls. But still, waiting for 5 shooters is a lot different than waiting for 11.
I felt bad for some of these girls waiting for 3, now waiting for 11.
Yep. Look, she's repping Quincy too with that shirt, the Quincy Elks Hoop Shoot shirt, local lodge. Okay, here we go.
It's even interesting to see. You see some of the girls chit-chatting while they're over there on the
Right.
their seats.
I saw one of them yawn a bit a while ago.
They've had a long weekend so
Yeah,
far.
long weekend, a lot of fun things. Yesterday, everybody went to the Cubs game.
Ended up being a little bit colder
It
than we were
was,
all
yeah,
expecting.
Yep. Yeah, and a 2-hour rain delay. There was a movie night last night. They watched Space Jam. There was a family trivia night on Thursday. And when they're not doing that stuff, they're just out and about enjoying Chicago.
Yeah, they definitely stay busy.
These last few shots are really important for her because you want to keep at least alive the hope of a 22 alive, right? To be part of the, you hope, the conversation for the podium.
Absolutely.
And there she finished strong with a 7.
A lot of 7s today.
Yep. Rhea McCombie's coming up. She's from Latrobe, Pennsylvania, Lodge number 907, and she is the 5th of our 5 returning finalists. She was an 8-9 finalist in, I believe, 2023.
Way to start off for 10.
Yep. Ooh, friendly bounce right there.
Really
And
good
you know,
touch.
doesn't hurt to get a few of those. That was a little short. So when I heard that her favorite, or her lucky shirt was her red Indiana basketball shirt, I got really excited because I myself went to the Harvard of the Midwest, Indiana University. And then afterward I thought, well, maybe it's an Indiana Fever shirt. Now I'm looking at this one, I'm trying to figure out if that's an IU shirt or an Indiana Fever shirt. I'm just going to say it's an IU shirt.
That's what I would go with
Yep,
too.
yep.
There you have it, another 7.
Yep. Now we have Claire Bullock stepping to the line from Lakewood Ranch, Sarasota, Florida. Lodge number 2855. That's a mouthful. She wants all 5 of her warm-up shots. She's been waiting a long time.
Definitely needed. Use them while you can.
Her best round so far was 20 out of 25 at the lodge level. She was 19 out of 25 at regional and needed a shoot-off to advance, hit 4 or 5 to win that one.
Yeah, her numbers have definitely stayed pretty consistent.
Yep. All right, I think it was that 5th and final warm-up shot, and that was her best shot of the 5. Here we go, shooting for score.
Really good touch.
Well, at this point, I think I can safely point out that the drought will continue for another year. This division has been the longest without a perfect score in the history of the hoop shoot. We haven't seen one in 19 years. The last perfect score in this division was the great Curly Samuelson.
But kind of like we covered earlier, it is a big step for them
Yep.
from that 8-9.
Yeah, 10-11 stuff, right?
They're still getting used to that free throw line, but
Yep.
19 years is a long time.
Right. And as much as we talk about a perfect score, the perfect score really is the one that's one better than the other person, right?
Exactly. It's whatever gets you that
Right.
national
Right.
trophy.
All right, here comes Presley Page. She's working on an 8, currently tied for second place. Again, these are for score. No warm-ups in the second round. She's been waiting a long time. 15 shots, and that first one was money.
She made that 11th shot count.
Yep, that's the big one, right? 11th shot.
Yeah, I remember getting up there, wiping my hands. I was sweating from sitting for so long, nervous.
You can't play defense in the hoop shoot as a free throw contest. You can't get up in someone's face, try to obscure the vision of the basket, try to block the ball. All you can do is put pressure on your opponents. And Presley is doing that right now.
It's the one competition that offense really does matter.
Look, she's trying to recover her touch there with a practice shot. And she did. Now, she wears the same outfit in every single hoop shoot competition. She feels it brings her good luck.
I can't blame her. I did the same exact
Yep,
thing.
yep. And a really nice bounce back there from a miss. This is the big shot right here because, there we go, at 20, you're going to need help, but at least gives you a chance to get on the podium, right? And currently, she's in first place.
Absolutely.
Lucy Lavin, another returnee from 2023. She's working on a lot of 7s. She's one of 5, it looks like, working on 7s. But the door is now open for her. She can run the table here.
Once again, way to start it.
Yep. She's collecting herself there. 4 dribbles, and the shot goes up. Did you have a routine?
I did, and I used the same routine all the way through college.
Nice. What was it?
I took 2 dribbles, a little spin off of my hand, and then 1 more dribble, and then I shot.
What was your your free throw percentage in college?
Oh, shoot. It's been a while. I know it was good, but I couldn't tell you what exactly it was off the top of my head.
She needs the rest of these shots to work herself into a first place tie with Presley. Now the best she can look at is second place. You know, it took Lucy 2 years to make it back to finals. I know she was hoping to do better today, but being a national finalist is an achievement.
Absolutely. Just making it to nationals is a big deal, and like I always say, she still has more time.
Yep. 3 more years of eligibility, right? All right, Gibson starts with a miss there. That's the first of these 3 opening shooters who was nipped by that 11th shot. Like, she's not even dribbling. Just get that ball and shoot.
She is a very quick shooter, but she does the same thing every time.
Yep. Like that, the move back 4 feet was no problem for her. She's a good foot behind the line. You have a 420? Yeah. All right, so we have Presley Page, Gibson Barron currently tied for first at 20. Here's Jacinta Patel, the hometown hero, working on a 9. She is currently in the driver's seat because if she hits all 15 of these, nobody can beat her.
She's starting out good, too.
That was the first shot that rattled a little bit. The rest of them have been
Very clean, very
Yep.
nice shots.
ooh. Okay, if she hits the rest of these, she could do no worse than a shoot off for first. All right, so Jacinta's going to be holding her breath until the 7th girl in the 7th position, Logan Parkinson, shoots, who's also working on an 8.
Being only the 4th shooter, she's really set the tempo for the rest of the
Absolutely.
competition.
She put the pressure on everybody. There's only one girl who can catch her. The rest of the girls now pivoted to new goal, which is 2nd place, right?
Yep.
Bianca made it to regionals twice before finally breaking through this year to the national finals. hear that a lot. It's falling short that motivates a lot of these contestants to try harder, work harder, try to go farther the next year. And of course, there's no guarantees because everybody's working hard, right?
Absolutely.
But they see themselves getting better. And then that lesson translates to other aspects of their life. They learn that they, you know, if I study hard for the math test, I'm going to do better, right? If I
Definitely. And if you play basketball, it's always exciting that when the game needs that free throw shooter, you're more likely to be chosen just because of the hoop shoot.
Yep. So Bianca will sit down with an 18. Here comes Marley Steele. She had a rough first round with a 5. For a chance to leave town with one of those big trophies, she needs all 15 of these shots and then some help. Right now we've got Jacinta with 23 and Presley and Gibson at 20. Now you can see Jacinta in the background there, just off of Marley's left shoulder. You would think she knows who can possibly catch her, right?
Yeah.
And it's the girl shooting next. And now she's smiling as if she just heard me say that.
Yep, you can see the little smirk on her face.
Well, the girls 8-9 this morning started off with a heck of a shoot off for first, right?
That was a really exciting competition to watch.
Went 5 extra rounds.
It's like they were doing it on purpose,
Yeah.
just to make us nervous.
Yeah, you know, one of them would leave the door open, and the other one, just when you thought she was going to squeeze on through, would miss the last shot.
Yep.
And off it went to another round.
They were sitting right by each other, so.
Yep. Marley really wanted that last shot. She'll sit down with a 17, and here comes Logan Parkinson. Again, she's working on an 8. She needs all 15 of these shots to force a shoot off for first place. She's the only one, we believe, who can catch Jacinta and force that shoot off. And the 11th got her.
There we go.
Here we go. Because she needs to be pivoting herself right now. Presumably she knows what's at stake, but she needs to hit these shots to make herself tough to beat for second. And that's pulling her down into a three-way tie for second at the moment. Best she can do.
That second place shootout's going to be pretty exciting. It's looking like.
And we still have two of the last four shooters have something to say about that. They're both working on sevens. You know, you have one shot to play with. If you have a 7 in there, 15 to go, you can, and you're looking to beat a 20. You have a little bit of wiggle room. But nobody can beat, at this point, nobody can beat that 23 that Jacinta has. So your national championship, what was the runner? What did the runner-up have? Do you remember?
23.
23.
Second and third tied with 23, so
Okay.
they went to a shootout.
Okay.
And those are actually the two girls I knew I needed to beat because they both made 10 in their first round and I only made 9.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
So you're sitting there for a while knowing you had won, or were one of them shooting towards the end have a chance to beat you, or?
I think one of them was after me. And, as soon as I saw that last miss.
Yes, you had it.
Yep.
And then you're sitting there waiting for a chance to celebrate.
Yeah, because you still have to sit there quietly
You have
for
to
a
sit
while.
there quietly. And you just saw some of the sportsmanship that we always see with the hoop shooters in the background there. A couple of girls just slap hands.
Yeah, I always like seeing them walking back, holding up their hands.
Right. You know, Caroline has her own YouTube channel, CWK Sports Cards.
Well, I was just reading over here that, she likes to buy, sell, and trade sports cards.
Yeah, that's cool. Of course, she has her own sports card. You can see the image there right next to their shots made and the Elks Hoop Shoot logo in between. All of the finalists get trading cards, as do members of the backboard. Jerica, you have a trading card. And that's a fun thing they get to do when they get here. They can trade cards with the other finalists and certain other people who have cards. It's a good icebreaker.
It is, and it's funny to look back like at my sports card, my trading card. I had a softball picture on it when I was here when I was competing. So it's interesting to see how the things change.
So Jalen had that 5 in the first round. To work herself into the mix here, she needs all 15 of these shots. That would put her in a at least temporary tie for second at 20, a three-way tie.
You know, and that's why it's important just to keep shooting.
Right.
Because
And now she needs to pivot to another goal, which is try to help her team win the Cam and Linda Cronk Award. And that's sort of what the hoop shoot teaches these kids. You know, it's pivoting, right? And working hard isn't always going to be enough to get you the win.
absolutely.
But it's going to get you somewhere good if you work hard, right? And sometimes you just need to pivot and adjust, come up with that new goal.
Just like the hoop shoot's really been saying the last couple of years, unleashing gritty kids.
Yep. And it takes grit to come out here when you're not having your best shooting day. You struggled in the first round of 10. You waited a long time. Now you're coming back out here, and you just have to keep shooting 15 shots. Just trying to do your best and gut through it.
And unfortunately, that's how shooting is. Some days you can practice,
Right.
and it might just not be your day.
Like, obviously, all 12 of these girls are outstanding free throw shooters. Otherwise, I wouldn't have made it this far.
Absolutely.
And you said when you were a national finalist, you were sick, so maybe the pressure didn't get to you as much, but there was a lot of pressure. Your
Yes.
family, you're bringing your family on this trip.
You know, yeah, and I knew it was my last year, and I just really wanted to be proud of closing out that chapter.
But you know, the Elks really treat you like a celebrity. They roll out the red carpet for these kids, provide a wonderful weekend, and then it all culminates in this, but the pressure just builds, right? I remember we used to do a formal breakfast at the Hoop Shoot Finals a long time ago, and you would watch the finalists sitting there at their table, like pushing their scrambled eggs around, but not actually eating anything. And then the awards banquet, completely different, right?
Oh,
It's like,
absolutely. Yeah, the morning before competition, I pretty much barely ate too, but I was ready to eat after.
this is Michaela Lawson. Now, she has one of the sevens. She and Raya shooting after her both have sevens. She hits that difficult 11th shot. She hits 14 of these last 15. She's going home with a trophy. She hits 13. She can at least force a shoot off to try to go home with something. So it's in her hands. Representing Quincy Elks Lodge again. Wearing those colors. I wonder if Quincy Lodge is watching back home our live stream. If so, shout out to them. And she's shooting like she knows what's at stake.
You know, I got to rebound for Michaela, and I think she does.
I walked over to the practice gym the other day for a little bit, and it's just unbelievable. These kids practicing and their focus and just draining shot after shot.
They don't want to leave the gym.
Yep.
You have to tell them to.
All right, that's the first miss there. She misses another one of these. She's going to be looking at that big shoot off or something. Now she needs the rest to give herself that shoot off opportunity. And she was on such a run, 2 in a row. Let's see how she responds. And then again, you pivot again, help your team out, set New England region up to go home with that Cam and Linda Cronk Award. She was on such a nice run too, and missed one, missed two, and you know. Here comes Rhea McCombie, the 5th of our 5 returning finalists in this division. Same situation here. She's working on that 7. A 13 puts her in a 3-way tie for second. A 14 gives her second to herself. And now she needs 13 to force that tie. The long wait got the best of Michaela and Rhea. I was hoping she could finish strong. Her teammate from that region and from Pennsylvania won the girls 8-9 in that dramatic shoot-off earlier today.
Yeah, that sure was exciting.
So we still have Claire to shoot after this, but she'll be working on a 4. So if our numbers are right, Jacinta Patel is our girls 10-11 champion for 2025, and then we have Presley Page and Gibson Barrett tied for second at 20. They'll shoot off. Shoot-offs are a series of 5 free throws in shooting order. So Presley will go first, then Gibson, each taking 5 shots, and they'll do it until they've broken the tie.
You know, and if our numbers are correct, might be a bit easier for Jacinta to get that trophy home than a lot of the other contestants.
But it's fun. You always hear stories about, like, you know, you don't check the trophy, so you bring it on the plane with you. And sometimes they'll find room in overhead, but usually the flight attendant will make an announcement. Everybody will cheer the finalists. It's really pretty cool. Did your community do anything special for you when you came home a national champion?
Yeah, actually. So when I got back, they did a big banquet and dinner and whatnot for me, and then I got to be in the parade.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's still fun to go back to my lodge whenever I visit home, and they have a picture up of me and whatnot, and they're still really great to me.
Now you're going to be calling the girls 12 and 13 with Bart Powell next after this, right?
Yes.
And that should be special because that's the division you won, right?
Yep.
I'll be doing 12-13 boys.
I think that'll be a pretty exciting competition too.
That should be. That field is loaded with guys who are on hot streaks.
I just can't believe how many returners are at this year's nationals.
17, including 5 more in your 12-13 girls competition.
Yep.
So. Now, last year's girls 10-11 champion, Blake Enfield, she's back as a 12-13-year-old. And same thing on the boys' side. The boys 10-11 champion is back to compete in the 12-13 boys. In the 50-plus year history of the hoop shoot, there's really a select group of hoop shooters who have won back-to-back championships. There's only 8. So we have 2 this year looking to join that elite group.
And I don't think people realize how hard it is to make it all the way back here the next year.
Absolutely.
So that's really impressive.
You know, we have shooting in that 12-13 boys division. We have a boy who's making it to, this is his 4th national finals. But last year, he didn't even make it out of his school competition.
See, it's crazy how that happens.
Nobody gets a buy in the hoop shoot, right?
Nope.
Everybody's working hard.
You have to practice all year to make it back.
So this is Claire Bullock trying to finish strong here. Last shot, and then we'll go. What will happen next is the floor manager will come out, collect the score sheets. They'll go over it. We think they're going to come to the same conclusion we've already come to, and then we're going to go right into that shoot-off for second place between Presley Page, sponsored by Midwest City, Oklahoma Lodge number 1890, and Gibson Barrett, representing Webb City, Missouri Lodge number 861. They both hit 20 out of 25. There's the leaderboard.
Lots of 17s today.
Yep. And a lot of those, they just look really solid in that second set of 15. A lot of them came right out and hit the 11th shot, and then they just faltered a little bit. And I think that's partly due to the pressure that Jacinta was able to apply as the 4 shooter.
Yeah.
Having a great day, obviously, right?
Yeah, Jacinta sat herself right where it
Yep.
still put a lot of pressure on a lot of people.
Right. And so you miss a shot, and then you know, okay, and then it's just hard to come back from that when you know that you came here hoping to win a national championship, and you see that slip through your fingers, and you still have to go out there and shoot. It's hard to do.
Absolutely, but they still have to be so proud of themselves for getting here.
Yeah, absolutely.
And in the 10-11 age groups, they still have a lot of room to work with, so we might see more of those returners next year.
Right. That's Lynn Rutherford Snow. She is the floor manager on the girls' side. She was the first female regional director in the history of the hoop shoot.
Really?
She broke that glass ceiling.
I got to sit with her at the banquet last year, and that was fun.
No, my wife Megan was actually the first female rebounder at our national finals.
Really?
Yeah, she was. She broke that in 2006.
Wow.
They don't let me anywhere near the basketball. I just get to talk about it, sometimes write about it.
Yeah, now you guys just throw the backboard out there to rebound?
Yep. Yeah, which also was a great decision.
Yes, yes.
Well, this has been fun, Jericho. I'm looking forward to the shoot-off here. We'll see if one of them ends it quickly or if it's going to go another 5 rounds or more. The longest ever in the history of the hoop shoot. 15 additional rounds in 2009. Zeb Alford shooting against a boy from, he was from North Carolina, a boy from Utah named Tanner Christensen, who was a former national champion. The two of them had finished in a tie for like 6th or 8th place the year before. Both worked hard to get back. Finished in a 5-way tie for first. The other 3 kids dropped out after the first round, and they dueled for 14 additional rounds. They shot 100 free throws to break that tie, and Zeb Alford, Elks Hoop Shoot Hall of Famer Zeb Alford, by virtue of surviving the longest hoop shoot shoot-off, the longest shoot-off in hoop shoot history, won.
It's a really long competition.
Yeah. All right, here we go. This is Presley Page from Oklahoma. Again, she, no stranger to shoot-off. She was in one last year for first, and she lost that one to finish second.
And since she was the first shooter, she's been sitting for a while again.
Yep. Okay, automatic.
Way to start it.
Look at friendly bounce right there. Presley's looking to turn the page on this shoot-off, end it quickly.
Good 5 for 5.
And there she goes. Hands that over to Gibson. The best you can do is make me shoot 5 more. Here comes Gibson. Anything
Looks
you
like.
can do, I can do better. Let's go to a second round.
Yep. She wants her to shoot 5 more.
Yep. Presley Page steps, says, okay, that's the way it's going to be. Unfazed. Okay, take that. And they have to sit down wondering, where were these shots during the regulation 25? Jacinta maybe caught these girls at the right time. 'Cause
Yeah.
They have heated up. And that'll do it. So, Presley Page will be our second place winner. Hitting 10 out of 10 in a 2-round shoot-off. Gibson Barrett finishes third. That's a nice consolation, right?
Yeah.
At least you lost the shoot-off for second, but you're still going home with a pretty sweet trophy.
Absolutely.
Now, the fact that there's not applause here means that something else is going on the boys' side. There's probably still a shoot-off going on over there.
Yep, you see them collecting the score sheets over there.
Yeah. There goes Lynn. Collecting the score sheets, they'll review them, but we all saw what happened, right?
Absolutely. Jacinta came to shoot today.
She came to shoot. She won it in regulation. Presley and Page and Gibson Barrett found their stroke a little bit late, but that was a pretty sweet shoot-off, right?
You know, and for how fun shoot-offs are, I don't blame Jacinta for wanting to get it done in
Absolutely,
the
right,
regular
right.
competition.
Yep. So Jacinta Patel, the hometown hero, learned about the hoop shoot when her mom Googled free throw contest, found one sponsored by an organization in their backyard, got involved, first year, makes it to the national finals, wins it in her hometown.
No, and it's really cool that all these kids, that all these lodges get these kids involved.
Yep.
And it's almost disappointing when a lodge doesn't have a hoop shoot.
That's right. You know, hopefully we'll see more lodges get on board. This is a wonderful youth program. It's a great opportunity to provide kids. You don't have to become a national finalist to learn something from the program.
Absolutely not.
I mean, you're a great example of that. You participated in all 6 years you could, broke through in that 6th year.
Yeah, finally. But I knew I loved the hoop shoot even before that 6th year.
Yeah.
So
That's Tony Vulgaris right there in the red jacket. He is the contest manager today. Of course, Dennis Sable, the contest announcer, and Russell Scott, his sidekick. They're getting the names correct so Dennis can announce what happened. With no idea
All
what
right,
happened.
ladies and gentlemen, you can give them a round of applause. We are finished. All right, the regional directors we're going to need to the floor are Tony Vulgaris, Kelly McDermott, Terry McMichael, Brandon Wilkins, and Brenda Shaw. Thanks, buddy. All right, we'll start with the girls. In third place in the girls 10-11 division with a score of 20 out of 25 and 9 of 10 on the 2 tiebreakers. And representing Webb City, Missouri, number 861. Give it up for Gibson Barrett. The runner-up with 20 out of 25 and 10 of 10 on the 2 tiebreakers, and representing Midwest City, Oklahoma, number 1890. Give it up for Presley Page. Oh, you're good. And your national champion scored 23 out of 25, and she is representing Des Plaines, Illinois, lodge number 1526. Give it up for your national champion, Jacinta Patel. Over on the boys' side, in third place with a score of 22 out of 25 and representing, once again, Midwest City, Oklahoma, number 1890, it's Turner Ivan.
Well, Jericho, that's been a fun 10-11 competition. It was fun to call it with you. Congrats to Jacinta Patel, representing Des Plaines Lodge. Great shoot-off for second with Presley Page. Second year in a row, she's our national runner-up. But this time she won a shoot-off to do it, which has to feel better.
Yes, thanks so much, Jim. I had a lot of fun with you watching all these contestants today.
All right, we're going to kill the stream now. We're breaking for lunch here at Wintrust Arena, but we will be back at 2:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Join us for the 12-13 girls.